Hello, boys and girls. I am Miss Becky. Each week, I'll be here to share encouraging and uplifting stories with you, just the way Miss Kathy would have wanted us to. God chooses Gideon. After many years, Joshua died. The Israelites stopped listening to God and following him. They didn't drive out any more of the people of Canaan. Instead, they lived next to them and learned from them. Before long, many Israelites were praying to the gods of the Canaanites. Since the people stopped following God, he stopped fighting for them and protecting them. The people of Midian attacked. These people were powerful and mean. They always attacked just when it was time to pick the food crops that had been planted. The Midianites stole the food from the gardens and took the animals from the barns and fields. When they went away, there was no food left for the Israelites to eat. The Israelites began hiding in caves and in the mountains. They hid food whenever they could, but every year for 7 years, the Midianites attacked and took their food. Many of the Israelites were almost starving. Finally, they remembered to pray and ask God to help them. God answered their prayers. First, God sent a prophet. God brought you out of Egypt, the prophet told them. He gave you this land. Then he said, don't worship the gods of the people of Canaan. But you did, and look what happened. Then God chose someone to fight back against the Midianites, someone named Gideon. One day, Gideon was secretly threshing wheat for his family. He was hiding in a stone pit where grapes were crushed to make juice. He was beating the wheat stalks so that the wheat kernels would fall off, and then they could be made into flour for bread. Suddenly, a stranger stood nearby, holding a walking stick. It was an angel, a visitor from heaven, but Gideon didn't know that. The stranger said, God is with you, you mighty warrior. Gideon was surprised. Excuse me, sir? But if God is with us, why doesn't he do something to rescue us from the Midianites? We've heard many stories about his miracles and power. I think God has left us. Then God spoke to Gideon through the angel. You are the strong leader I have chosen. I'm sending you to rescue Israel. Now Gideon was really surprised. Me? I'm not an important person. My family's not even an important family. God said, I will be with you. But Gideon was nervous. He was worried. Please show me some proof. Show me that it's really you, God, who's talking to me. Wait here until I bring you an offering. I will wait, God said. So Gideon rushed away to fix some food for an offering. He didn't have much food, but he brought back what he had to God's angel. Put your offering on that rock, God said. When Gideon did, the angel touched the food with his walking stick. Fire jumped out of the rock and burned up the food. The angel disappeared. Now Gideon was sure that God was speaking to him. That night, God spoke to him again. Tear down your father's altar to the false god Baal. Then build me a new altar and offer a sacrifice on it. Gideon got 10 of his servants and tore down the evil altar. But he did it at night because he was afraid of what the men of the city would do. When the men of the city saw the altar torn down, they were angry. When they found out who did it, they wanted to kill Gideon. But when they came to get him, Gideon's father stopped them. Why do you have to fight for your Baal? If he's a real god, let him take care of himself. Let him protect his own altar. So the men left Gideon alone. Even though the Israelites had disobeyed and stopped following God, he listened when they asked for help. He would help them learn to follow him again. The story you have heard today is from the Shoebox Kids Bible Stories, written by Jerry D. Thomas and used with permission from the Pacific Press Publishing Association. If you're interested in any other books published by the Seventh-day Adventist Church, please visit AdventistBookCenter.com or call 1-800-765-6955.
This podcast is a production of the Carolina Conference of the Seventh-day Adventist Church.